So I'm here today to talk about baby products must have. So I'm going to show you some of the products that I think was really helpful when I first had a baby. So most of the products I'm going to talk about, it was probably from 0 to 9 months old. So I kind of separated in a couple different categories. So for nighttime, number one product, and if you were going to ask me to pick just one product out of all of those, I think this would be it. This is the Halo Sleep Sack Swaddle. This is a size newborn. And this is actually now the product that I give in baby showers to everyone I know. So this is just a sack that you put the baby in, put their arms out, and just zip them up or zip them down. Zip them down, no up. So the zipper goes up this way, which is great because then when you have to change the baby, you just open a little bit and then you can get their legs out, get their diaper changed and then closed, so you don't have to open from the top, get them all cold and stuff. And then it has those flaps, has Velcro on them, so you just swaddle them. And this was a lifesaver for me and my husband because my baby loved to be swaddled. And most of her, I don't know, probably up to 3 months old, 2-3 months old, that's the only way she would sleep. It was a lifesaver. Another one, and I think this is a bonus, this is I got as a gift my friend had for their kids, and then she gave it to me once they grow up too much. And this is called, let's see, this is called a Storybook Projection Soother. It's actually on her crib right now, but this, if you can see here, it's a little storybook that you put in their crib and it projects on the ceiling. So this plays music, and while it's playing music, it's changing a little story thing on the ceiling, and she loved it. So she got it, I think she was around 3 months old, that's when she got it, and oh my god, this was so great. And it has a timer, so it's within 15 minutes it turns off, and it also has a remote control, so if you're outside the baby's room and the thing goes off and the baby starts crying again, you can just turn it right back on. So that was really great as well. So let's talk about bath time. One thing that is essential, I believe, is a bathtub, and a baby bathtub, but I just want to talk to something specific in the bathtub when you have a very tiny little baby. When they're newborn, I think, at least for me, this little sling that goes in the bathtub was a must-have. I loved this so much, and it's very helpful that you don't need to have one arm down all the time and just using one arm to wash your baby. You can just actually rest them in the sling and then just bathe them. So in my opinion, that's a must have. And another thing for a bath time is a baby head to toe wash. When you're a new mom, you just got home, you're so tired with a newborn, and you have no time for anything. You just want to do things fast and efficient. You want something to be efficient. So those baby head to toe wash, it was so helpful because you didn't have to be changing. Where is the shampoo? Where is the soap now and all that? This is just, put a little bit on your hand and just wash the baby from head to toe. This is another lifesaver, I believe. For feeding time, I'm gonna talk about a breast pump. I was under the impression that breastfeeding was gonna be all rainbows and cupcakes and it was gonna be easy and amazing and painless, but unfortunately reality for me wasn't that. It was very painful. I struggled a lot. So my mom's friend got me this, and this is the Medela Pump and Style Advanced. That's a electric dual pump, and this was, oh my gosh, this was such an amazing gift. I love this so much because if it wasn't for that, I would have probably given up on breastfeeding. This was the reason why I stuck to breastfeeding for as long as I did, because I could have breaks between nursing. So I remember when she was about 1 week old, I had to give up for a day, for a whole day. I could not touch my nipples. It was so painful. It was really bad time for me, but I still wanted to give her breast milk. So I used to pump and then just freeze it. I did all that stuff. And this next item I'm going to talk about goes with breastfeeding. This is a bottle that is shaped the closest it can get to a breast. You know, it's nice and wide over here, and this was the only bottle that we breastfed her for a long time, for months. So I believe that if she would drink from this bottle, that she would not reject my breast. So this worked. She never rejected my breast, and for the longest time we only used this kind of bottle. So if you are having trouble breastfeeding, or if you want to be a mom that just do part-time breastfeeding and the other time you want to pump, I would recommend get this. This is the Tommy Tippee. I don't know if you guys can see. It's a little faded over there, and it's a 9-ouncer. And you can get different nipples for this for different stages. This one is already number 3, which I believe it's the largest hole they make. Another thing that goes with breast pumping is cover. So I shopped online a while for a cover, and then I realized they're expensive, and I told my mother-in-law, and she's great at sewing, and she made me this. It's just a little cover. It has the little wire, just like the other ones do, and then you can still see your baby when you're breastfeeding. And she put a pocket inside, because I saw that some of them had pockets, and I never understood why until I realized it's like, oh, that is so great when you're taking your breast. What is it called? And I thought it was really helpful when you take your pad, your breast pad out, and you don't have to, show everyone, or you don't know where to put it. So I would just stick in this little pocket over here inside, and it was awesome. So cover, nursing cover is a must-have in my books as well. Another item I want to talk about is playtime. My daughter started to crawl very, very young. She was shy of a few days of being 5 months. She was already crawling and moving all around. So a playmat was super helpful before that. So this is just, cute print. It has the little things you can put over, with the toys that hang and all that. And even though I think this is essential and I think it's a must-have, she didn't use it for too long. Because as I said, since she was so young when she started crawling, she didn't want to just stay there. And even when she was super young, when she was about before 3 months old, she was already rolling. So she didn't want to just stay there looking at the toys. She just wanted to roll and try to move herself around. But it still was a must-have, because for as long as she could just stand still, she was, kind of entertained a little bit. I put her in there and she would just entertain herself a list for a while. So I still think it's a must-have. Another thing for playtime, this is kind of like sleep time as well. It's a baby swing. I know that a lot of babies don't like baby swings, and I have one right over here. Just a little monkey. I read a lot of blogs and I saw a lot of videos of people saying that their kids never like the swings. My daughter lived on the swing for a long, long time. When I was in the living room, I would try to lay her down for a nap in the playpen, and she would just wake up right away. It was amazing. As soon as I lay her down, she would wake up. If I lay her down in her crib, she would wake up. But if I put her in a swing, even if it wasn't swinging, she would sleep. She loved it. even when she was awake, she would stay there for a while. So I used that swing for a long time, really, really long time. So I believe this is a must-have. Oh, hi, you want to be in the video? Yeah, you're a cute dog. And for playtime, let's say, Lua, come here, lay down. Come on, what are you doing? Lay down. Lay down. I'll pet you. Lay down. Stay. So another item that I believe it's very, very helpful and a must-have is a baby carrier. So this can be considered for playtime too, because you're going somewhere and the baby's entertained, but this is the one I used. My mother-in-law gave. Lay down. Lay down. This is the kind I used. This is a baby Bjorn, and my mother-in-law gave us. And this is good because the baby can face forward. The baby, when they're very, very tiny, they just face you. And it adjusts a lot, so my 6-foot husband can wear it. And I'm tiny and I can wear it. So you just adjust a lot and then you can go anywhere with it. It's very, very helpful. Just 2 more things I want to mention, and I think they're a little extra, but Tylenol. I don't have one to show you here, but baby Tylenol, from the first vaccination she had, it was needed. Excuse me. Much, much, much needed. So baby Tylenol, I know it's the only thing that they can take when they're super, super, super tiny, and then once they get older, they can take ibuprofen too. And I tried ibuprofen, and I noticed that Tylenol acts a lot faster for her. I don't know if it's like that for every baby, but at least with my daughter, it acts so fast. It's just, you give it to her, within 5-10 minutes, she's good to go. You know, she's playful again, and she's a different baby. When she's teething or she has a fever from a vaccination, this is a must-have. And another one I want to mention that I don't have here with me is a gate. I had a baby gate for my dog, and so I didn't really buy for my daughter. But when she started crawling, she just wanted to go everywhere around the house, and sometimes it was really, really hard when we just wanted to have dinner, and she would be crawling in the kitchen and she would be going everywhere. I would try to close all the doors possible so she wouldn't get in too much trouble, but I couldn't close anything to the kitchen. So I put a baby gate up, and that was super helpful because, you know, for maybe 15 minutes that we were eating, we wouldn't have to get up every 2 seconds because she was that fast. So I believe a baby gate, if you have a way to enclose the baby when you're there with them, I think that's another must-have. So I believe I talked about a lot of items, a lot of baby products, and I'm planning on doing a video just for mom's products must-have, because I noticed there's not a lot, you know, when we're talking about babies, when we're talking about pregnancy, when we talk about new mom, everyone always thinks about the baby. And I noticed when I was a new mom, as soon as I had the baby, there was a lot of things that I needed for myself, not necessarily for the baby, and I thought it was super helpful when I found some things online saying that. So I'm planning on making a video about that. But in the meanwhile, thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.